balance up in obviously the strict press, which is just a 2-3 straight.
All right, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to do something a little different. I wanted to actually do an honest review of my performance, what I did at OSG Worlds this year, and kind of just talk about what some of my training went and what the outcome of the show was, and just kind of my take on it, because I've not actually gone through and done that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And this is gonna go ahead and give me a crazy looking screen, and then here we are. So this right here is a little bit of a little bit about this video, what we're getting ready to see here. This is the first event that we had to do. It is a press medley series. In this series, we had to do a yoke. I had to start with the barbell press, then press with wagon wheels, a dumbbell, first dumbbell, and then a yoke press. And if you made it through all that, you had to go ahead and do a block press. Now, walking out into doing this event, most people could not do the yoke press. In training, I got it where it was pretty comfortable for me. In warm-ups with the yoke that they had set up with the rockers and everything in the back warm-up, I smoked comp weight. And a lot of other guys actually back there hit it as well. But when it came to the actual event, you're going to see pretty soon that it actually caused a lot of problems for both people. So on this, originally I was going to come to the barbell and I was going to do a power clean straight. That's what I trained for, but as soon as I could grab it, I just could tell the wheels added a little bit of a different whip to it. So I go to a belt clean. You'll see right there, I decided, boom, right to a belt clean. Still fast, still an easy press, but I was going to power clean. One motion wasn't there. Here, this little bit cost me a lot. That little bobble right there, that little bobble when I got to that dumbbell, and I just have to readjust it. Right there, that little tiny bit. I beat everybody in this heat, and I got decent points out of this event, but that little bit of time cost me. Okay, good press once I got into position. Here we are under the yoke. Now, this right here is an event I wish I would have got it in a perfect position the first time and gave it everything. I just never got in a good position with it, as a lot of other athletes did not as well. But hindsight's 20/20, but I really think I could have hit this. You're going to see how close I get in a second. Had I hit it, straight through to the final. I only missed out on that by 2 points. So anyway, let's just go on with the video. You always want, hindsight's always 20/20. Okay, it's off to the balance right there. I knew that. Get underneath here, and the same thing happens to me. I get set, but it's just going to go off of it, and you're not going to see it here. Actually, that's unfortunate, but I came really close to it right there. It was a brutal event. What can I say? It took a lot of guys out, and you get me set here on this one, I can just tell it's not going to be there. So rather than trying to keep wasting energy and taking time out, I just decided to leave it there, because so many people had failed before. It took so many people out. Didn't even want to waste any more energy on that event. The next event for us was the Sticks and Stones event, the frame and Denny Stone walks. Now, these Denny Stones was something that was a pain to train. It was not fun. It was not enjoyable at all. I ended up getting a lot better at it, but before this event, the Denny Stones was you were only allowed to have one drop at most. And that day they changed it. You could have unlimited drops. That kind of changed, threw a little bit of a wrench in it for me, because I had trained to be consistent. I hadn't necessarily trained to be super fast on the Denny's. I trained to be really fast on the frame. You'll see here in a minute. But on the Denny Stones, I hadn't trained to be fast like that. I just trained to make sure I wasn't going to drop them. And you had a lot of guys that ended up kind of chipping me at this event, because they just one they were faster on the Denny Stones carried it, but two they were allowed to drop it and repick and go with it. So it did change a little bit for me, but training for this went really really good. Let's see what it looks like when I get ready to start here. What an awesome year this was too in venue. I mean it was absolutely awesome. Let's see here. We got a great ad. Isn't that wonderful? Ad on my video. Gotta love that. That's professional. Okay. Great year. I like the venue a lot better than 2022. Getting set. I got my grip dialed in right here. I am just waiting for that whistle right there. Hips up. Time as perfect as I can. This first steps quick as I can. Get my feet rolling. Boom, 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 and I'm just rolling at that point. At that point, I'm not worried about dropping it all. I know when I went through the gears there, I had it rolling. Now this is where I was very consistent, but it wasn't good enough. I got chipped. I'm so confident on not dropping those stones. I've got them pinned to my legs. Sadly, that technique is not fast. And this, of course, is a timed event, so it's about speed. And I just didn't do what I needed to do better points. But it was a good event for me. First place, I was in first place there for a little while. Ended up in the top 10 out of that event. So I was proud of it. But, you know, little things like this, it makes a huge difference when you're getting ready to, try to be with the best. I mean, now deadlift was something I had worked on very hard on, very hard. Uh, you know, you've got guys like Benjamin Don in here. He's an 850-pound deadlifter. I mean, he's absolutely incredible. You got Richard Panganaban. I mean, these are all amazing deadlifters. I'm not going in this event to beat those guys. I'm going in this event to try to get to that third bar as fast as I can. That was the original plan, but in the warm-up area, I had to change my technique. I was going to do it over-under grip as fast as I could, but my grip from doing that frame and Denny's didn't feel right. So I thought, okay, let's try to take my time, get through this event, and let's get to the fourth bar. Let's pull 675. That'd been a huge PR for me. So I thought, let's strap onto every bar instead of speed. We're going to pace it, and we're going to get that 675 bar. It didn't happen. First bar 545, easy as it should have been. Even after the other events, should not be a problem. 585. Pretty good. I mean, it was fast. I had to do just a quick hitch, but that was intended. That was intentional. Okay, now you got other guys already pulling 635, and here I go. That's the problem where I lost points. If I would have done it over under, I would have been faster. But I'm thinking, I'm gonna go for 675. By that pull 635, you can already tell 675. I'm not even gonna waste my energy with it. I'm not gonna pull my back. That other one was so much of a hitch. There's no point to wasting your time on that. So that was a decent event, but as always, could always be better. This is the last event. Now, this is the one that I'm the most gutted about. It's the Go Ruck Survival Challenge event, and this event I really could have done much better. I don't make excuses. I wasn't good enough that day, but the truth of it is I had really bad stomach pains and stomach issues that day, which I'm not making excuses. I'm not going to say that, but I had bad stomach issues, and it was incredibly excruciating to pick these implements up and run with them, and you're going to see that. But there's the world's strongest man, Mitch Hooper. He was helping out. He's very cool, very good guy. I liked him. But anyway, you'll see how I picked these. I'm just not the same speed I am. I'm not the same fast. But when you watch me drag the sled back, when it's not on my gut, you'll see what happens. So I'm set. I'm trying. I know I'm hurting. Right there. Okay, the pick was slower, but right there, I'm like, ugh. I'm just like, hang with them. Just stay there. Just stay with them. And I'm feeling it, but I'm trying to get my butt going, get everything moving. I tip that over just a little bit as a coaching tip. When I do this, I don't ever believe in tipping something over and then having to readjust. I meant to catch that, and I did not catch that the way I wanted to. So that slowed me down. And right there, I didn't have any time to get it higher, fix it, just go. Okay, so you'll see here, I'm starting to catch them a little bit. I'm still slower, But here's where I really turn on the gas. My stomach's on and is not affected by this. I really wish I could redo this event because this would have put me straight through to the final. I had a couple events that I could have just dug right in. Boom. First place. Oh, not first place. I'm sorry, but I got second in that heat. Had I done that a little faster on those sandbags and pickups, I would have been straight through to the final. It did not go that way. So, at any rate, let's get off of this. We'll go back to the other screen. We'll go over here. Okay, so that's just a quick review of my performance on Worlds. Um, you always have things that you need to improve on and get better on. It doesn't matter, how hard you train and how good you did in training. When you get there on the day, you have to be way, way better than what you were at home in your gym training. So those numbers I was doing in my gym training was great. Everything was leading me to where I wanted to be at OSG. It's just sadly lost out 2 points getting through the final. That's obviously a goal of mine. That's where I want to reach. I performed way better this year than I had 2022. I went from 31st place to 12th place in the world. That's not terrible. Probably like fourth in America, I think, is how many Americans were in it. But anyway, got a lot of holes I still need to fill and still need to get better. But that's the sport of strongman. That's what it is. And if you follow along on this channel, you're going to see my training and how I'm going to go back to reaching OSG again, worlds for the third time in a row. And I aim to get a lot better. I always try to get better every time I compete. But this year, I'm going to do better. I believe I'm going to do better, and I'm going to work hard for that like I've been, and just continuously growing. So if you like this video, like it. Don't forget to subscribe to me if you wouldn't mind. And as always, more content, more content to come. Thanks.